Are you shitting me now? That's why we are here. God damn it. Welcome to the Muya Bliss.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town. And I won't
Woo! Well, for those that don't know, this year I decided to do something that's not work, something that doesn't feel like a job. I decided to have a hobby, and this has been my new hobby. It's so fun. It's what I do when I am not trying to secure the bag. I feel like, I don't know, I'm doing something that I was born to do. My biggest issue has been confidence to speak, but look at me. I'm getting there a few videos later, so tuko sawa, tuko sambamba. Yes, I am currently going through therapy because I am not in the best place with a parent. I recently cut off one of my parents because of a long time of constant hurting and fighting, and me watching them cause hurt and pain to people I love. And I was just like, since everybody is scared, somebody has to speak up. Okay, so I decided to go for therapy because, as much as I did cut this parent off, I really do love them. And it's just that I can't change them and I can't force them to be someone they are not. So I have decided to accept them the way they are, and I've decided to work on myself and the kind of injuries that our relationship has cost us, and instead learn how to coexist with them, whether it's from a distance, whether it's, that's why I'm going for therapy. That's why I'm going to therapy, in order to be able to know what next without hurting, because I have to take care of myself. No one else is gonna do that for me. If you've never been to therapy, I will let you in. I will tell you how it goes. I'll tell you how therapy looks like, and I hope this will motivate you to go for therapy, whether you've ever been through depression or currently going through it, whether you are currently having difficulties in your relationship with a romantic partner, with a parent, with a friend, with a relative, whoever, whether you feel there are wounds that you grew up with that you feel like you need to heal, whether kuna tabia uko nazo and uko like, why am I like this? Maybe you're abusive, impatient, maybe you're very easy to anger. All those kind of issues are things that going through counseling or therapy can help you, work out, because we are too woke to walk around with that kind of mentality of mi nakuanga hivo, or that's how I am, like, or I'm a Pisces, I'm a Taurus, I'm a Leo. That's how we are. We have attitude. We treat people like shit. We have anger issues. No, no, no. We're not doing that. We are not doing that here. So, therapy. The first thing you need to do if you are planning to do therapy is interview a number of therapists. There are a lot of therapists, and they've specialized in different things: trauma, dealing with grief, depression. It's not a one size fits all kind of thing. And I would suggest that you pick someone that has specialized in whatever issue you're currently trying to deal with. I talked to a good, say, 4 therapists, and I settled with one. And some of the questions that I asked were your experience, your qualifications. You can even ask for papers if you want, but I didn't ask what they studied, what they majored in, their charges. Bargain. Please bargain. This economy, just bargain. Settle to an amount that you're comfortable with, because again, you don't want to go through therapy and it's like now you have to sacrifice basic needs to pay for this. No, there's free therapy offered by Red Cross. If probably you're going through something that is really urgent and you can't afford to pay for therapy, please look for those contacts online. Now, this is my experience in my first therapy session, which was a few days ago. Whew. One thing about therapy: be ready to sit with your emotions, be ready to be uncomfortable, and most importantly, be ready to talk. You have to be willing to talk, guys. A therapist is not a magician. A therapist is not an angel. She relies on the information you give them for them to help you. It's like a doctor. If you don't tell them how you're feeling, how will they be able to know what to look out for, you know? So you have to first be willing to open up. If you're not willing to open up, you probably are not ready for therapy. We started the therapy session by the therapist asking me to tell them more about myself. Don't worry if you're not good at talking or if you don't know what to say at what point, do not worry. Actually, what they do, they ask you questions to help guide you in what they want you to say. So you don't really have to think of what to say. No, they will ask you questions and they'll be specific what information they want. And if you're not comfortable sharing something yet, you do not have to say anything you don't want to say. So just work within your comfort. Okay. For me, I did my therapy session virtually. I was not ready to do a face to face, so my therapist advised me that since already I'm very anxious, um a virtual one will be better, so that I don't have now to feel the fear of having someone there looking at me in the face. You know, it really worked because I was able to talk not when not looking at someone. I was able to just close my eyes and just talk as if I'm speaking to air. You know what I mean? She really listened. That's one thing I loved about her. So maybe when you're looking for a therapist, maybe if your therapist is the one talking and you're the one listening, then who's in therapy? That's something to look out for. She really allowed me to express myself. She was affirmative. So since I'm having issues with a parent, she first made me understand that this is a very tough subject and I cannot just walk around it without caring. I cannot just be like, oh, I've cut them off and that's it. No, I have to be willing to understand that there are repercussions to whatever decisions I make in regard to this. That was something that I wasn't really ready to accept because I am this kind of person who's very nonchalant. I want to act like, hata si big deal, I will survive kwani. But she made me understand that it will affect me. I was able to tell my therapist that currently I have cut off communication, and she told me that it's okay. It's part of healing. Healing requires space. So she told me in this moment that I've taken this space, it's actually the best for therapy because that way we'll be able now to focus on me and healing me so that by the time I'm giving an attempt of reconnecting with them, I will be equipped to protect myself from them hurting me, whether it's verbally or whatever way they've been doing it. And I'll be able to actually connect with them without exposing myself to being hurt by them again. Most of what I've learned in therapy so far is something that you can probably apply if you're going through a tough phase with a relative. It was a session that involved speaking about the background because she wanted information to be able to know what are we working with, what is the core problem here. At the end of the session, she gave me an assignment. She told me that I need to now go assess how I'm feeling about the situation. She realized that I had not taken time to think about how the current situation has been affecting the other aspects of my life, like my relationships with my friends, my relationship with my partner, and those kind of things. In the next session, she told me that we were now going to find a way to equip me or protect me from getting hurt more, you know, so that we can be able to work on the wounds that are already there. We need to first, protect whatever is remaining. So that is what we are going to work on. And I really can't wait because I've not been able to do that myself. And most of the times when I decide to protect myself, it involves running away, not talking to the person, those kind of things, cutting them off. No. And she told me there are very many different ways that I can actually protect myself without looking like I am running away from the problem. And oh my God, isn't therapy heaven sent? I am actually very excited to heal. I'm very excited to just, explore this other horizon of looking at a problem that I just didn't know or I didn't have the knowledge of. I didn't cry. I know. Well, I had balancing tears like half of the time. I think what also helped me not to cry is the fact that I have already revisited this moment so many times, so it was a bit easier. It was a really amazing session. It was deep. I felt hope. When I cut off that specific parent, I was feeling like, yep, that's it, it's over. And that's how actually I approach everything in my life. Smallest inconvenience, I'll pack and go. I'm done, it's over. Apparently, that's not how people live. Oops. I am really hopeful and I am certain that I'm going to be a better person by the time I'm done with therapy. We said it's a season of healing, it's a season of growth. And what better way to grow and heal if not through therapy? Remember to like, subscribe, but most importantly, share this with someone that is currently going through issues with a relative and they can't speak it out, because this topic is usually a taboo. As you go tell someone, imagine my mom nimemcut off, nim toxic, imagine my dad ni mbaya, nim toxic. People will look at you like, what? Hey, you want to be cast? What is this? Share with someone. It's okay to feel hurt. Anybody can hurt you, including your parents. That does not make them your enemy, but you can choose to forgive them and even love them from a distance. You can choose to heal and not carry around grudges. You have the power to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.